from the side of the EFF?
No, Chair, I haven't received anything. I've been trying to contact them, but I've been unsuccessful, Chair.
Okay, so, but because there was agreement even on their side that we proceed, so we'll proceed as such. I think the second issue would relate to the appeal matter that we clarified. And I want to confirm that I have received an appeal letter which needs to be considered and also looked at by legal before we make the adoption later this evening when we reconvene. So that will be from Mr. Mattison, the same person would have complained to Honorable Kolapana. So I can say I have received that as I was about to start the meeting. Having gone through it, as I say, we just need to verify some of the facts raised, because from the email, it would appear that he refers to making contact with Mr. Ngoma, who is giving support to the Section 194 committee. As you'd have been forwarded with the advert, the paragraph on the advert that talks to making contacts is quite clear that you make contacts with Ms. Portia Ndabeni for communication in relation to the advert. So as I say, we would just have to get some of the facts, but it's important to place it on record that post the meeting, then an appeal would have been made. And therefore, by the time we get to the meeting, would have looked at all the facts and then present that and for the committee to make a decision. I'm leaving it at that because we had already agreed on principle that those who would have applied and met the cutoff date, who are within the current board, would have been anyway considered for shortlisting on the basis that there would be no justification on them not meeting what the legislation would require of them as they were appointed on the same legislation. So that's the 2 points I thought I should start with. So we don't have anything from the FF that agreed unless the honorable member from the EFF, now that you have joined, whether you have new information, but the information we received was that there was no submission made to the committee support post our agenda meeting, which started at 10. May I start with you first, just to check if there's new information to be submitted, or we proceed as agreed?
Thanks, Chairperson. Greetings to the members again. We agreed, Chair. We proceed as we have agreed. Thanks, Chair. There is nothing that we are going to submit.
Thank you. So with that having been said, honorable members, would now give over to committee support, whoever is going to present the spreadsheet to do so, and then we can take up the discussion.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair and the rest of the members. The spreadsheet has indeed been put together and consolidated. Dr. Malega will just go, into what has been presented, in front of the members and the different color codes, just to explain, where there's, similarities and what different colors basically means. If you do allow, Chair, Dr. Malega.
Okay, as Mr. Malika would do this, as I said, just keep in mind the principle that we agreed upon. So as you speak to names please do indicate if you are talking to current serving members of the board that have reapplied, or not, so that we can also clear that part and get to the other names as such. Please proceed.
I thank you, Honorable Chair and honorable members. As you see in front of you, I hope it's visible to everyone else, is the spreadsheet that we usually prepare after undergoing such a process. I'd like to firstly indicate that the color in green, the first column that I'm pointing on, is all the names as read out by Honorable Mthembu on behalf of the ANC. And the blue, likewise, it's the DA. The EFF, as the chair has indicated, has not presented any names. And then it's the IFP and the other parties, which obviously were not around. The other issue I wanted to clear out, Honorable Chair, was that candidate number 103, and some is also the same candidate as number 4. And it's probably an oversight, Honorable Chair, but in one of the in number 4 is written as Miss Sandika, whereas in 103 is written as Miss Daya, S. Daya, so it's the same person. The last one is towards Honorable Miss Mthembu, who had indicated that candidate Gushu, Square Gushu, Miss Square Gushu, was number 62, whereas in the actual list is number 61. And I just wanted to put that out there to start with, Honorable Chair. Then we'll go on to the key on the right-hand side of the screen. This key is actually a representation of the nominees that appear on all the lists. For instance, the green color code on the numbers, as you can see, would be the color of a candidate that is represented by all 3 parties. Candidates that appear on the DA and ANC list are marked with a yellow. Candidates that appear on both the list of the IFP and the ANC are marked color gray. And the candidates that appear on the list of the DA and IFP are marked brown, if you call it. I'm kind of colorblind. So I'll leave it at that, Chair. So as you will notice, for candidates that appear for all the parties is 4 of them. The first one being number 95, and that would be Dr. Renee Horn. And I think my apologies, Chair, my memory is a bit tingly after the state capture stuff. So I may not remember all the names of the current 7 members, but I think Dr. Horn is one of them. And then candidate number 92, which is Nombuisa Baji. Candidate, the one I was speaking about, 10304, that is Sandika Daya. Yes, Sandika Daya. And then now candidate number 37, and that is Mr. Jack Palani. The ANC and DA had 6 candidates in common, and that's candidate number 7, Ms. Dimple, candidate 12, that's Advocate Chipanyane, candidate 97, Mr. Green, candidate number 38, Prof. Kruger, candidate number 118, Mr. Tsedu, and candidate number 22, that is Mr. Mukaba. The ANC and IFP, Honorable Chair, had the most numbers. I think it's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candidates in common. The first one being Mr. Ramukumba, and then it's Ms. Mushala Mlauzi, whom I believe is still on the board.
Please, could you give us the numbers?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. It's the list between the ANC and the IFP is number 1, Mr. Ramukumba. It's number 6, Ms. Mushala Mulaudzi. Number 57, which is Mr. Maimela. Number 13, Mr. Zamisa. Number 48 is Mr. Zita. Number 58, Mr. Muhuba. Number 83, Miss Mda. Number 76 is Miss Mutawu. Number 25 is Mr. Fakute, and number 5, which is Miss Mapela. There was only one common name between the DA and the IFP, and that's Miss Mahupeni. I thank you, Chair, and apologies, I couldn't indicate all the members of the board. As, like I said, my mind is a bit jittery. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Malika. If you can just take a bit up. Yeah, I just wanted to check because I want the ANC first to confirm that on the ANC list, the last person would have been 28, Prof. Kruger, France.
Honorable Chair, I've just inserted the name there.
Yes, then that would be almost a similar name with that of the DA.
Am I right that
So-
Prof.
so just-
Kruger is on your
just-
list twice? Third from the bottom and then.
Yes, 38.
Okay, got it.
So I was just saying that just to check if it's captured, it was read as last by the ANC, so it's now there. So I just want to be sure it's the same list that they put up. So that will be repetition, so we can move that there. So can I then check first the ANC to confirm the names? And the DA to do the same, that these are the names as you put them. As well
Honorable
as the
Chair.
IFP. Yes, Honorable Tim.
I just want to confirm the names. These are the names from the ANC. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Kolabanat.
I'm just checking through as we speak. I've now put them in alphabet in numerical order, but there are 20 there. Yes, so that's my list. Thank you.
Okay, the Honorable Majuzi from the IFP.
Chairperson, Ms. Majosi submitted an apology. She says her phone battery died, so she's unable to connect to the meeting.
Okay, but I take it that that would have been the names as they've been noted. Just for us to be able to move, as I said, there's been agreement. So if we can just next to these names, indicate Mr. Malika that number 6 would be a current serving. Which is the current deputy chair. Number 57, Maimela David, current member. Palanchek, current member. Dr. Reneo, current member. Cooper, candidate 98, so Reneo was 95. Jack was 37. Maimela was 57, like I said. Then 98 would be Cooper. So those 98 Cooper. So those would be like your serving members. So I'm raising this so that in your color coding you do it properly. That in those names would have been agreed upon by all parties. There's not been objection on principle that that's what we look at, and then look at also the other names. So having taken those names out, can we then go back again and look at those that are common in all the three lists? Can you look at those that may be common in all after you've taken those out?
Honorable Chair, I think it's only 2 of them that are with your permission, because the others are covered under the current serving. So it's only 103, which is Daya, and 92, which is 92. Miss Pachi, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, would want you to put it properly like the others. And that takes us to about, what's the number now?
We have 7 currently, Chair.
Okay. All right.
Chairperson, if I may.
Yes, Honorable Paula.
I'm looking on my list. I was quite sure I had said number 4, Sandika Daya. And I don't see that on the list. Am I missing it?
Ms. Sandika. So I think it's the other way.
Did I, perhaps yes,
Yes,
perhaps that's what I've got. Is that the one that we've got backwards?
Yeah, it's the yes.
Okay, so I thought it was number
4.
4.
Yes, so what
Sandika Daya. I've got D Sandika. Okay. I didn't
Yes.
put the list, yeah. So it was just written incorrectly. Sorry, I was looking
Yes.
madly for Daya and I couldn't find it. Thank you.
No,
Sorted. You did point that out. It was just, it's been a long
Yeah.
couple of days.
That's fine. Can we then look between the majority party and the main opposition? Honorable Claus would put it like that. Can we look at what is common between the ANC and the DA? So we'll debate the names after. So you just have to put those. So this excludes the ones that please host, I'm still chairing, so don't mute me. So I saw muted by the host. We'll then look at the ANC and IFP.
Chair, am I correct that number 38 was left off of the ANCDA list? Professor Kruger, we both have him on our lists. It's in yellow or orange, whatever color it is.
Yes, number 38.
38.
It's on both. On the ANCDA list. Number 38, Prof. Boga.
Yeah, through you, Honorable Chair. Remember, number 38 is sitting on the current serving board members, so it may not
Oh, yes.
appear on this other list.
No. We're talking about Franz Kruger, not Cooper. Cooper is what is in all, it's fine, but Kruger is on both.
Honorable Chair, through you, these names that are common between ANC and IFP don't appear in the current serving or the common all parties. They stand alone.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, Honorable Chair, I was just saying that the common names between ANC and IFP stand as is. They don't appear anywhere else, either on the current serving or on the common parties, but they stand as is.
It's unless I'm mistaken, 6 would be in the current serving, 57. Okay. Then we get to the DA IFP. So we can, if we can just look, honorable members, I'm trying to guide the meeting so that if there's agreement on certain points, we do not really need to belabor them much. If we're to agree that the first set about current serving, there's an agreement, and then we have also the other names that are common to all parties, like it was clarified, 103 and number 4 is the same name, so there's agreement on that. That we have those, that takes us to the 7. Then you have the 88 names. You can do a calculation there. Is that 6 or 5?
I think we're up to 21 in all, Chair.
Right. I was just saying that if we then agree on the 21 as the names that have been at least appearing either side, that would then leave us with the remainder of the numbers to complete, and we may take up a discussion on those and be able to make persuasions to each other in that score. If the meeting so agrees that those that there's been a sense of agreement, or we proceed with those and only have a discussion on the names that may be left out, of course, considering the principles of whether the non-racial aspect is looked at, the question about women, just that we are not putting the names so that we also see in the other numbers whether we do not have a situation where it's male dominance, and whether the young people that are given space or not. And of course, experience would be catered for as you look at also current serving, but also new ideas as we bring in new people. So that's what I would want to present before you members, so that I don't move along. Just to get a sense that there's agreement on the 21 in the way we have characterized it, and therefore can deal with the remainder of the names, looking at persuasion.
Agreed, Chair.
As I said, any differing view?
Agreed, Chair, no different view.
Okay. So can we just give probably just about 5 minutes for the team to just indicate the names and then the gender and so on? Are you done now? Can move in. Well, Chase, we are hit by time. Are you? Mr. Maliga?
Apologies, Chair.
Yes, I was checking if you are done with the cross-referencing so that you do not make one person outside of male and female situation. I saw that happening. So now I'm sure about having verified them. That
Yes,
it's
Chair.
now-
Yes, Chair. I just checked with Dr. Medupi. I think we have it right. It's 9 females and 12 males out of the 21, Chair.
Yes. With that having been said, I know it's very difficult when you get to numbers pressed with time and maybe a need to consult further. It makes it also quite difficult when you also have a member who has presented names from the party who can be reached. In this case, I'm referring to also Honorable Majosi, who's experiencing network challenges or power outage as a result of load shedding, which is a similar thing I have here. I want to make a proposal on how we probably would take this. That we allow you to consult with each other on this. With the numbers that we have to get to 36, if my calculations correct, will be 15 that you need to work on. Right? And the EFF in this case support any names that come through, but will still give you space to speak on just the principles, right? Even if you don't have a name. That instead of again making it a long discussion, we allow you to prioritize the names, of course, proportional to your size in the remaining 15, but of course taking into account that some aspects of non-racial would have been addressed to some of the people that have been brought in already, as well as, of course, the gender is not balancing. That from that 15, you are looking at 2 females extra in terms of what you'd submit as a minimum in the 15. So that at the end, when you look at the 36, we strive for 50-50, so that we put that into practice. Of course, we do that without compromising the skills you need in the SABC. So if you can agree on that, that you work along those lines, and that from the remaining names that you have, you are able to put a proposal on your priority now names in that way, because at the time of presentation, as one member would have said, it was not in a particular order, but just the names as you would want to forward them. So I want to suggest that at least between now and 5-2, that you give a sense of feedback. Look at the names. If you need to make quick consultations, you do that, but we look at that proportional. I'm not sure if content advisors could quickly advise members on what that proportional would mean in the 15 spaces available, and the members could work on that. Unless members have got another way of dealing with the remaining seats now that we've had agreements on this. So whatever proposal, voting be the last option. Otherwise, we're still doing well in persuading each other to get fair representation, if one has to put it in that way. So I'm putting that as a proposal unless there's an alternative proposal that members would want to put on the table. Is that fair? Or am I kicked out already?
No, Chair, I have my hand up. I can hear you.
I can't see the hand. Sorry, Honorable.
That's fine.
Honorable Mthembu, and then Honorable Kolabana. You said your hand was up before.
Yes, it is up.
Okay.
I didn't realize you
then
couldn't
give
see it.
Honorable Mthembu after that. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Chair, I'm looking through the candidates that I have left. Left over, in other words, not already included.
Yes.
And a couple of them jump out at me. I think we have a young, one young 35-year-old woman who I think might suit what we're looking for. I'm just scrolling down for the number here. Yes, number 93. Joy Nwabisa Matyumsa. She's 35, experienced with multi-choice foundations, various youth formations. And I just thought we haven't perhaps considered the youth representation yet. So I'm just mentioning that one for consideration. Is this the sort of process you're looking to follow?
Yes, Honorable Member, it's just a name you're like adding that
Yes.
may have not been considered. But what I was saying now is that probably let's agree and look at the proportionality. You put priority names, taking into account this part that would need to bring in more women up. If young, it's even better. I've seen that on the list. There's already a young man, not woman, in the 30s. So I'm just saying it's not a point lost, but if we can put it in the context of what we're putting on the table, that use the period just to prioritize the names you would want considered within that 15, of course, proportional. I'd ask content advisors to just help us with the figures quickly so that they send those to yourselves on the group immediately. Then you can come back. I was just doing this also to give you space to consult because some of the names you may be given, put them forward through groupings and so on that have interest, but you would have a chance to just do a quick consultation, come back at 5-2. So that we are taking that time. And I don't want us to be late to connect to the House, given the items that are on the table. So that was the proposal I was putting forward, so that there is a sense of consultation if you need to just consult on the few that are left to fill the 15 spaces. As I said, I was just avoiding that we do it by majority decisions. But we still have to persuade. I think we're doing well in that scope. I hope I've answered you, Honorable Kolabana, so that I give to Honorable Mthembu.
You have indeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mthembu.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Actually, I wanted to make that proposal that you made on the table, to just quickly consult and then come back with the names.
Yes.
If we may be given maybe 5 minutes, I know that time is against us, but 5 minutes, I think it will be okay.
Okay. Now you can then break to your caucuses, come back. It's fine. Thank you. Yeah, can we get back? We're almost in the time of the sitting now. We're almost in the time for the sitting. Can we get back? Honorable Kolabanat.
Chair, I've gone through and I think I've got 3 people here who would bring great benefit to the board. May I name them? Is that the process you would like?
Yes.
One would be the lady I mentioned, the young lady of 35. Her number is 93. So it's Joy Matyumza. That's 93. Then there is an actual broadcaster, which I don't think we've included thus far, very experienced in broadcasting communications, newspapers, advertising and marketing. So I think that would give huge expertise to the board. It's number 59. It's a person called Lance Rothschild. And the last one I considered, which I think is not included as well, is an arts expert. And that is number 14. And it is Mr. Monchiva Mochwanyane, number 14. I think those would bring expertise that that perhaps we haven't considered. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sure they are also trying to indicate if it's a female or a male. Honorable Mtembu.
Thank you, Chair. I think I've got 8 names here. It's Kubule Mbeki, Kate Makwanya, Halima Muhoba, Lumko Mtimde, Nomazulu Mda, Oscar van Herden, Palisa Kadi, and ZK Matthews, the last one. I think these are the names that we are adding.
Okay, honorable members, if you can quickly repeat the candidate's number. I see that the content advisors want to check that so that they cross-reference with what they have. Let's start with you, Honorable Alice Mtembu, whilst you are on the platform to do that. Just repeat the candidate numbers.
Unfortunately, Chair, as I was writing down the names, picking them, I didn't write the numbers. Let's
start then with the Honorable Kolabanat.
Yes, Chair, I believe I did read the names. 93 is Joy Matyumza. Sorry, it's Matyumza, yeah, the 35-year-old. That was number 93, and the other 2 were 14, Mr. Monchiwa Mochwanyane, the arts expert, and the last, what was the other one? Sorry, I was by it on my screen. I beg your pardon. Huh, what was
that was number 14.
14.
Yes.
I got 14. I had 3 of them. Oh, now why have I got 14 for both of them? Oh, Joy is number 93 and the arts expert is 14, correct? And I thought I had 1 more. Where did the broadcasting guy go?
If I may check and assist, it's number 59 for Lance something.
Yes, I'm looking for it here. What on earth did I do with it? 59,
Okay.
yes,
Okay, so 59, 14, 93. Right.
that's it. Yeah, I think those would be the best off my list.
All right, let me get back the Honorable Alice Mtembu. As you call the numbers, I'll just indicate I see them.
Not all the numbers, Chair, but Oscar van Erden is number 107.
Yes,
Noma Zulumda is number 83.
3, yes,
Kate Makwanya is number
85,
85.
yes.
I'm just still checking the others.
No, just
I'll
call the name because we are pressed for the house sitting now.
Lumkom team there.
Number 77,
Halima Mahuba,
number 58,
Pali Sakadi,
got 52,
ZK Matthews,
I don't see that. It's
82.
in the long list. You'll be able to pick that up because my phone now is doing up and down. I took the screen at the time. So, but it's they would be able to find that. What's
yes.
the number?
If
That
I
was
may
the
assist Chairperson, the number is 82 for Mr.
82.
ZK Matthews, yes.
Number
Okay.
82.
All right.
Okay. Are they 8 now? Lumkom team there.
Yes,
call
that
them.
was, yes, it's there.
Okay, I think they are all in all.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Where does that take us to, content advisors? In numbers?
It's about 11, Chair, if I may, additional members, names that have been added. It's about 11. That's 3 from DA and 8 from additional from the ANC. So it's
Yes,
11.
and okay, and I've indicated that we may have challenges with regard to the IFP side. So we're left with 4 spaces, but where does it put us in terms of gender balance now?
We'll have to do a quick assessment on that, Chair, in terms of the gender balance.
No, I'm just saying from the names you got, we knew what was the situation. It was we're sitting at 12-9, isn't it?
Oh, correct. Yes, yes.
Yes, so I'm just saying now, where does it put us?
If I may check, Chair, Kubule
Yes,
Mbegi is
Honorable
there,
Chair.
number 62.
Yes,
I'm just checking whether Mbegi Kubule is there, number 62.
yes, the name would have been, you would have called the name, yes. And
Okay. Thank you.
We just are doing a quick check on the gender balance, Chair.
Chair.
so did you also capture, yes, Honorable Kolabanat?
Chair, I've got 2 people here with specific skills. If they,
Yeah, I'll give you.
you're looking at
space,
numbers
Honorable.
still.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
fine.
just looking at the numbers.
Sure.
I'm just checking also if you've captured 76 that Honorable Tim raised. Riabetsu Mutau. Then I can get to you, Honorable Kolabanat. You said you had
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Looking through what might be needed, there's an expert here on digital and telecommunications experience, which I think might be lacking there. It's number 80, Mr. Paris Mashile. And there's another one that brings expertise in other areas that might be lacking, and areas of labor, business, and finance, which I think may be equally important. That's 105, Zwelihe Mabanjwa.
Banjwa.
Yes.
That's about 2 males, so we should start somewhere.
Yes, I'm fresh out of
yes.
females, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
So that's fine. We'll see how the numbers work out. We are asking them to look at females. I think the NC deposited quite a number of females. Mr. Malika, your hand was up.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but the NC's new list has 3 females, and with the addition of the one from DA, there'll be 4 females, which makes it 13 females. If you
No, you are saying 3. No, it can't be.
No, I'm saying from the ANC
Yes.
list, I have 3 females, Honorable Chair.
Okay, let's go with it. Like I said, number 76, Riarabetso Mutaung will be female. 1.
Okay, yeah, so I missed it.
Mama Zulu Mda, number 83, will be female. That's 2. Kate Makwanya will be female. 85. That's 3. Palisa Kadi will be female. That's 4, right?
Yeah, I think you got it right, Chair.
You got it right. I missed the number 76.
Right, so that's 4. And then from the initial one, the DA puts 2.
It'll be 13 females, Chair.
13. Yes, and then the males are, with the 2 now that have been added, the males are?
The ANC list alone is 3 males. It's number 82, ZKMS Hughes, number 58, Mr. Muhuba, and number 4, number 77, Mr. Lumka Tide, and number 107, Mr. Dr. Fanierde. So it's 4. That's from the ANC list.
Okay.
And from the DA would be 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, Chair.
So we're unable to get women. Is that what we're complicating? And the IFP, we do not know what their suggestions are on their list as we speak. Right. Yeah, because the House would be sitting and majority of us would be in the committee, because the list can be published before the committee approves of it. And this committee has got an item in the House. So I wanted to really make a suggestion so that we do not come up with a list that doesn't make sense at all. If we can get the 50-50, at least we must really strive that the gap is closed.
Chair, may I ask what number, how many in total we are up to?
36. 36.
36.
Yes, yes.
We said initially around 35, did we not?
No. We're working on 36.
Yes, I'm saying we were aiming
Initially.
somewhere between 35 and 40. So
yeah, 36 minus 4. Yes.
Okay. So look,
Yeah.
if those people went forward, it doesn't mean that you know, the final board is only 12 people. You might pick 12 women out of there. So I don't think this necessarily, the final list has to be any kind of percentage of anything. We have youth experience, expertise in all sorts of areas, men and women, and young and old. So I think, are we not more or less covered to go forward to the process where the final choice will be made?
No, whilst I agree with that, it's also important, the impression you create to society, that we do take this part about women quite seriously. That even as we do shortlisting, you are leveling the playing field even in terms of numbers that compete. So that was what informed that approach. But we are dealing with the reality now, that we may have number issues there. So we may, can we just get to know total number as we speak, Mr. Malika, before I give to Honorable Mthembu?
Yes, Honorable Chair. Go ahead.
No, Mr. Malika.
Oh, sorry, I thought Dr.
You for the
wanted
number.
to talk. Okay, so Honorable Chair, we are up to 31, if I'm not mistaken, according to what my list. Dr. Midubi can confirm.
Dr. Midubi?
I think it's 21 plus the new 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have new 14, so it's additional 14 on the 21. From what I've counted, so it's about 35 actually.
Yeah, we're sitting at 35. Like I was saying, we'll probably look at just trying to close the gap that you do not have almost everybody male. But taking into account what you are raising, Honorable Kolapanat, if we can't get that 50-50, it had to be looked at as we make final decisions. Honorable Mthembu.
Honorable Chair, actually, I was intent to support what you were suggested, that let us give us a bit time to just look at this list so that we satisfy ourselves. Because now I think the House is already sitting, and I have a declaration to make, and we have an item in the House. I think let us take what you said.
I'm not too sure what the final decision was, Chair.
We are going with the names that we have put in.
Okay.
Right. And we'll then further consult as we have received the report. We'll also check if the IFP had any submissions to make, understanding that we're already sitting at 35. So we may get some of them in that score. We'll start with that when we convene post-plenary, just to indicate these are the names from the subcommittee, and therefore get the committee to consider them.
Chair, I wonder if you could ask that the current list that we've now, the 35, if you could circulate that so I can sit and trawl through again and see if I can find anyone else that we think we can't do without.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll ensure that it's circulated. Please do that, committee support. With that, honorable members, would then adjourn the subcommittee one. We'll come back to report on a full list, including what could be additional names. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.